Hey folks, sorry about the attire, but I am in Florida for the next few days attending a wedding, but I wanted to get back with you guys to let you know what's going on in the market. So my name is Dan Frio. I do this report on a daily basis to keep you guys informed on what the heck's going on with real estate. We have a focus on the mortgage products and interest rates because I'm a mortgage advisor licensed in all 50 states. Would love to help you navigate this scenario if you're looking to buy a house in this market. But if you even bought in the last few months, I might have some reprieve for you because we did a live event last night, and I think a lot of people don't understand once you buy a house, you can always refinance when rates go down. So let's kind of take a deep dive in today where rates are, how they dramatically dropped from where we were last week, and how you might be able to take advantage of that now if you've already bought, and now also if you're still looking to buy into this market. And I want to show you some big moves in mortgage rates, especially when it comes to FHA. Look at FHAs, they're now in the sixes again. So let's get over and take a deep dive of what's going on. So right now, here's the top 6 products people use when they're buying their first house. But I want to give you guys some information to see what's going on with rates because they peaked out about a week ago at 8%. And look, even the 30-year fix down there is at 7.4. So it's about 60 basis points, a little over 0.5% lower than where we were just last week. What in the world's going on? So the first thing we want to look at is what the economic data came out that might be, basically shaping this market. And if you look at this week, there was really nothing. I left it a good time because even this week, the rest of the week that we have, all we have on the agenda is today. Some of the markets are closed tomorrow in observance of Veterans Day, but right through here, all we had come out today is the jobless claims. That's also showing some cracks in the foundation. Economists were expecting 215,000 people to be on first-time jobless claims, meaning they lost their job in the last couple weeks. Well, it came in at 217,000, so that number went up. Unemployment rate also went up. Wage growth is starting to come back down. So that's actually what's happening behind the scenes, what's making a lot of people think, well, the Federal Reserve isn't going to have to raise rates anymore, and probably the next move they're going to reduce rates. And this isn't coming from just me. Let's get over to one of the people that sit on the Federal Reserve. This person right here, his name is Goldsby. He sits on the Federal Reserve in Chicago. That's our local area. And he came out this week, and this was astonishing. And this is from a federal official who sits on the Federal Reserve. I didn't really know this, but he came in with this context. So think about what he's saying, and let's kind of analyze this. He's going through, and he's actually painting a pretty good picture of what's happening in the economy, especially when it comes to inflation. Through this article, in this interview I was watching, and he came back and said this, and I didn't understand this. Well, I didn't even know this happened, but let's look what he said. He said the fastest drop in inflation rates in any year was 1982, Goldie said. We'll see what happens over the next couple of months. We might equal the fastest dropping inflation in the last century. So we're making progress on the inflation front. This is coming from a Federal Reserve official. So their goal at the Federal Reserve is to crush inflation. Once they do, they're going to come back and start reducing rates. So let's get over to the CME exchange. This exchange right here that basically tells us what the Federal Reserve is going to do at the next couple meetings in the next few years. So if you go over to the CME FedWatch tool, is basically how you stay up to date on what the Federal Reserve's doing. You're looking right through here. It says, what's the likelihood that the Federal Reserve will change the target funds rate at the next meeting? Well, we want to see what's going to happen over the next several meetings. So what we want to look through is in 2023, right through here, this is where they want the federal funds rate. So let me explain to you 1 second. The Federal Reserve controls one interest rate, and that interest rate is the federal funds rate. Right now, that rate is between 5.25 and 5.5. You can see right through here, 5.5 is right there. So a lot of people were expecting the Federal Reserve to move one more time to 5.75, where all these blue dots are. Okay, so let's say we're there now. Okay, so now let's say inflation starts to really come down. So where's the Federal Reserve putting us with rates next year? Well, look down through here. The majority or the consensus vote is right through here, which is saying that they expect the federal funds rate to be 4.25. Well, today it's 5.5. So to get down to the 4.25 that they're telling us they want to get to, they're going to have to reduce rates by 1.25%. So that's what the markets are looking at right now. They're saying, okay, a lot of this information coming in right now is really good on inflation. We also have people sitting on the Federal Reserve right through here telling us we might see the biggest drop in inflation in our history. That's nothing but good news when it comes to mortgage rates. So what I want to explain to you guys right now is a lot of people, Kyle Seagraves of Win the House You Love and myself did a live event last night. And we started to get the gist. A lot of people think when they buy their first house they're basically stuck with the rate that they get. You can refinance that rate. There is no set period that you have to stay in the loan. So if you just bought a house recently, let's say a month ago, your rate was 8%, we'd love to help you. If you're in the search right now to buy that first house, and maybe last week you got a quote, or maybe you're working with a bank who locked you in last week at those high rates. Again, let's go over to see where mortgage rates are right through here. Okay, a lot of our borrowers right now are getting into an FHA loan. The reason being is, look at the difference in the rate. It's about 0.75%. It's usually not that big. I just quoted a young man this morning, on the quote that we had him at, he was about 8%. Now he's getting, well, because his credit's a little bit off from this, he's now getting a rate in the high sixes, a little bit higher than this. It's going to save him over $600 a month in the loan that he was looking at. He's ecstatic now. So this is what we can do for you. We can help you navigate this interest rate market to make sure you're getting the best rate in the country at this point. So that's one of the things that we do, and I'd love for you to follow our channel. So the next thing we want to look at is, based on all this data, what is happening in the bond market, because the bond market is actually the area that we focus in on to figure out where mortgage rates are going. So what I do is I follow right now the MBS market. And what you're seeing, that is right here. The MBS market is basically the bond that trades on Wall Street. It's a mortgage bond that trades on Wall Street that's yield is the biggest component of your mortgage rate. For some reason right now, the market's getting a little bit hammered. So this means rates are going to go up. So let me explain this. This number right here is the price of a mortgage-backed security bond. Okay, as the price of the bond goes down, rates go up. This number has gone up huge over the last 5 days. Look at this. We've gone from here all the way up to here. So that's brought rates down almost 1% from where we were just a week or two ago. Okay, great news for the market. One reason for today's a little debacle, a little bit of a decline, I think it might just be profit taking, because we had so much of a rally in this market that some people might be going in and actually selling bonds. So we'll continue to monitor this to see what's going on with rates. So I just wanted you guys to understand, if you're in this, trying to navigate this market right now, even a 0.25% lower in rate, maybe even a 0.5% lower in rate from where you were locked, we would love to help you. So if you're out there trying to navigate this market to try to figure out, can I buy in this market? Do I make enough money? Is my credit good enough? Do I have enough money for a down payment? Well, I want you to check out a video that Kyle Seagraves and I did last night. We got a brand new grant program, might offer you $5,200 in free money, basically, if you're in specific areas. I'm going to put that video I'll put it right up in here so you guys can check out the video we did yesterday and see if the area that you live in, are you eligible for a $5,200 grant? Love to help you in that situation as well. So my name is Dan Frio. I'm a licensed loan officer throughout the entire country. I'm federally licensed. I would love to help you navigate this market. Again, if you've already locked in, we'd love to help you. If you have already closed, send us your closing paper so we can monitor that rate to maybe, if you get a reprieve in rates, maybe it could save you $200, $300, $400 a month. But if you're out there looking for that first house, we would love to help you. How do you reach out to us? Well, go over to the rateupdate.com right here. This is my website. If you're out there and you want to shop around for a rate and you're like, hey, Dan, I'm locked in. What can you guys do for me? Well, right through here, there's a loan estimate tab. Just click that, upload your loan estimate in there. We'll review it and get right back with you. If you're out there and you're like, Dan, I'd love to apply just to see, can I qualify for the grant program you guys have, or any other programs that you guys might be able to offer to get me into my first house? Love to do that. So all you need to do is hit the apply now button right up there. It'll ask you a few questions and then we'll get you set up with an appointment with us. If not, if you want to just say, hey, Dan, can I reach out to you guys by phone or email? Sure. Go to the rateupdate.com. Scroll down. You're going to see blogs, all kind of different information that might help you out, some financial calculators. And then at the bottom of the screen, what you're going to see right through here is the best way to reach out to us directly. You can give us a call, 844-775-5626. Or you can email me directly at dan@therateupdate.com. God bless, guys. Thank you so much. I won't be on tomorrow. It is Veterans Day. I have to attend a wedding, but I'll be back next week, God willing, to help assist you guys in this home ownership path. So take care, folks. Thanks for watching. If you aren't a subscriber yet, please subscribe down below. Love to have you as a subscriber. Take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.